our old mate Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden is bad at running for president. In the 80s, he was caught flogging somebody else's speeches. In 2008, he basically never got out of single figures. And he assumed because he was Barry's number 2, he'll be able to, make a big run. The only problem is he is older and he was never very good at running for president. So, time to pull up the sleeves. And how do we win over people, especially all those ones that love that young Mayor Pete? Well, let's get a brand new bus and call it this.
Folks, I'm on what we're referring here because I guess it's my Irish ancestry that when my grandfather would really think something was full of you-know-what, he'd say that's a lot of malarkey. So we're on a no malarkey tour, meaning we're telling the truth. We're not going to lie.
The Robert Duvall sort of folksy thing, not going to work.
Now, of course, every 4 years somebody runs on the Tell It Truth Express or the Straight Talking, whatever, right? The No Malarkey tour.
Well, as a little addendum to that, it's barnstorming. He's barnstorming the No Malarkey. Hands up who knows what barnstorming means. I mean, it used to
go around a lot of places, but I don't know what it actually
means. The planes that came in over there.
Well, that was the later version.
Oh.
The earlier version was theatre groups that travelled around the countryside. They were barnstorming. Then we had the daring young men in their flying machines who would fly through the barn to entertain the crowd for money, and that was barnstorming. But that was, back in the 20s. It was a little while ago now.
Joe's hoping to win the 1928 election.
Yeah. I just don't think malarkey.
Versus Truman out. It's a Biden.
He's going to be the 23rd president.
It's not going to work well with the Latino voters.
No.
I don't think.
No, good point. Very good point.
I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for sleepy old Joe now. I mean, he was funny and everything before. Now it's getting a little bit sad.
Well, the whole
thought about getting jiggy with it, but
it's like, it ain't going to work.
Jiggy, jiggy.
But yeah, jiggy, something else, exactly. But it's this thing where, I mean, look, according to the national polls, he's still the guy most likely to go up against Trump. But the problem is, as the American system is, thank God we don't have it here, which is you've got to win over the paid up and proud members of your party, which means they're going to be way more to the left, way more to the right than the people you have to win over. And the problem is, when you are competing against, as he is, 23 other people, it's all more extreme, and you end up sort of the gravitational pull makes it impossible to come back. And I don't know, this stuff, I always thought people over-egged how charming Biden was as vice president, when he said malarkey and it came up in a focus group that, what do you remember about his time as vice president? It just seems like such a crappy made together...
You had him in small doses, Paul, during that time. Now there's just too much of him.
He was quaint back then.
Twas.
You talk about the 23, a feature of their system which has unintended consequences. Say you like Joe, right? Now, he's front runner at the moment. If he doesn't make it then, your guy didn't get the vote. Are you then going to vote for anybody in the party, or are you going to stay home?
Well, and this was the classic problem of the Bernie people. The Bernie people thought that Hillary fixed it. She wasn't frankly, it's the Goldilocks politics, right? Too hot for me, too cold for me, and then you just sit it out.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, remember, Trump has raised more money than all the Democrats combined. He's got, 97% approval rating among Republicans. OK, he's got to reach beyond those people. But by the way, of those people, the number of self-identified independents who support the impeachment of the president went down by 14 points while the process has been playing out. So they ain't winning. They're going to win Twitter. They're going to win left. They're going to win the media. But the people who go off with his head are going to go, really? For that? That's where they sit.